So let's come to another question. So this one is the third question. In this third question, we have again four sentences are there. Let's look at all these sentences. The first sentence stated here, all these objects. Now, look into that. All these objects lay across the snail's progress. Okay. The specific idea you can find out. All these objects lay across the Snell's progress between one stalk and another to his goal. Right. So in that case, we can consider that this could not be the beginning sentence. Why? Because it tries to point out all these objects means some of the objects must have given in the other sentences. Second uh, clue that you can find out is called as the Snell's progress. When we talk about the Snell's progress, it means particular Snell which has been given earlier to it, right? So, and its progress towards certain things, or maybe uh, somewhere, it definitely the place or the background could have given in the other sentence. Now, coming to the second one stated it appeared. It indicates about what? Is it referring to the Snell? So it appeared to have a definite goal. Which, so yes, this could be known as the Snell. Why? Because the Snell appeared to have a definite goal in front of it, differing in this respect from the singular, high-stepping, angular green insect. Okay. So in that case, if we understand the first and second sentence, the first sentence tries to say that the writer is describing what? Uh, Describing means about any of the Snells, right? Snell's progress. So, and the writer must have talked about so many objects, right? That lay across the word, the phrase lay across indicates about um, uh, some of the means you can say that the objects that came across the Snell's path, right? So between one stock and another to his goal. It appeared to have a definite goal in front of it, differing in this respect from the singular high-stepping angular green insect. Then the third one is stated brown cliffs with the deep green lakes in the hollows. Brown cliffs with the deep green lakes in the hollows. So we understand the meaning of hollow is called as a low area. Second thing is called as when you talk about brown cliffs, it means you are talking about hilly areas or mountain areas, um, or called as a high hill areas. And with deep green lakes, it indicates about the background. So uh, this is one. Second one is stated flat blade-like trees. Flat blade-like trees. It means the trees are very small and also they appear like thin. Blade-like. Blade-like means thin. So flat, thin-like trees that moved from root to tip. That root to tip. Round boulders, boulders of gray stone. So this one is telling about means uh, the earth, the round boulders of gray stone, vast crumpled surfaces of a thin crackling texture, right? So, and the fourth one is known as a in the oval in the oval flower bed, the snail. Bed means what? Oval means called as a except flower bed. Flower bed means called as a small flower plants that have been planted. So in the oval flower bed, the snail now appeared to be moving very slightly in its shell, and the next began to labor over the crumbs of loose earth, which broke away and rolled down as it passed over them. Now, in that case, if I talk about that, the writer in the fourth sentence is trying to describe a snail, isn't it? Stated about what? A snail moving slowly, When we say that what moving very slightly, it means moving very slowly in a flower bed, right? So flower bed, which is shaped like what? Shaped like egg, right? So, and then after it is stated, at first the snail, at first the snail seems what? Um, it is stated, no, next, and it is also stated now. So here it wants to say that at first the snail seems to barely move with the effort, right, over the soft, loose soil, isn't it? So that's what it is stated. Next, begin to lever over the crumbs of loose earth, which broke away and rolled down as it passed over them. So it indicates that at first the snail seems to barely move inside its cell, then it starts crawling with the effort over the soft loose soil. As it moves, what happened? You can say that the tiny bits, isn't it? So tiny bits of earth, so that crumbles and roll down under its body. That is what it is trying to tell. So all total, if you observe that what these four sentences, which are clearly indicating about um, the snail and also stating about how the snail moves and what are the things that come under him, right? Like when we say that what it has been clearly described how the flower bed looked like oval flower bed, it means shaped like egg or an elongated circle, right? Second is called as when we say that flower bed, we can say that a small area um, of ground that actually produces that actually planted with the flower trees and how they are grown, isn't it? So, and if I talk about the snail is referring to a what you can say that a small slow moving animal with a soft body and a hard spiral shell. Got got my point? So, and when we are saying that what now appear to be moving very slightly in its shell, when I say that shell is indicating the hard outer covering of a snail or similar animal. So then, if I talk about the next, right, this is the fourth one. So out of this four sentences, A cannot be the beginning sentence, and the two that says it appeared to have a definite goal. It means referring to the snail must have a definite goal. So then means like we can say that the snail appeared to be moving toward a clear goal or destination as it knew exactly means where it wanted to go, right? So differing in this respect from the singular high stepping angular green insect, it indicates that this made it different from the strange looking green insect nearby, which was you can say walking in a awkward way and did not seem to have any clear direction, right? So that is what you would find out in option two. Even you talk about that three that tries to what? Brown cliffs with the deep green lakes in the hollows. So in that case, the writer is actually describing a beautiful natural landscape here, isn't it? So that landscape that are having with the brown cliffs. When we say that brown cliffs and deep green lakes, uh, so that lying in the hollows are called as a low areas. So there are flat blade shaped trees that move or wave from there. What you can say that move or waved towards or waved from their roots to tip, right? You can also see that what round gray rocks, boulders, and large uneven surfaces, right? That look nothing but a mm, and rough thin and rough. That's called as a crackling texture, like something that might make a crackling sound when touched, right? Beside that, we also find out the means last one, option one, which is stated all these objects lay across. So all these things means what? When we say all these things, it refers to brown cliffs with the deep green legs in the hollows, flat blade-like trees that waved from root to tip, round boulder of gray stone, vast crumpled surface of a thin crackling texture, isn't it? So, all total, if you observe that these four sentences are connecting to each other, so out of these four sentences, we can see that what three that introduces the background or called as the setting, four that introduces means of whom that introduces the journey of the snail. So, like we can say that what means uh, the fourth sentence would be the first sentence here because it introduces the snail's movement by saying that what a slow, careful beginning, it's a journey, right? So here we can find out the linking word like now appeared to be moving very slightly in its shell, and then it is stated about next begin. So these so are indicating nothing but the time sequence, which is present here. But the most important thing is called as a Y4 would be the beginning because it introduces the Snell's movement. Second, you would find out that the next one should be two as far as noun and pronoun relationship approach. So, two stated about it appear to have a definite goal in front of it, differing in this respect from the singular high stepping angular green insect. So, this creates nothing but the kind of a contrast or arts contrast. It is stating that what the snail's steady purpose, the snail's steady purpose versus the insect's random motion, right? The insect's random motion. So it is stated, it appeared to have a definite goal in front of it, differing in this respect from the singular high-stepping angular green insect, right? So here we can find out that it appeared to have and also continues the observation differing in this respect um, by stating that what it introduces comparison and contrast. Then we can talk about the brown clips, that would be the next. So 4 2 would be appropriate and 3 would be the next because 3 describes the miniature landscape. 3 describes what? Miniature landscape. The snail is crossing a detailed imaginative view of the ground from the snail's perspective has been also given in this option 3. This is not a complete sentence but a descriptive expansion, so it extends the idea of what the snail's world looks like. So, and then we go for the last one. It's called as a one because it stated all these objects. It means it brings the focus back to the snail's journey, connecting the detailed scenery to the movement. So here also we can find out the linking words or phrases could be all these objects refer back to the what you can say that previous description. This ties the scenery to the action between one stock and another, gives societal, sorry, spatial connection, and to its goal, loops back to the purpose introduced in two, right? So therefore, we can say that what uh, option four, then after two, then after three, and one should be the correct sequence. So the sentences together move from, you can say that what action, then after contrast, then after you can talk about description, then you can say that conclusion, isn't it? So hence the answer should be made as